This video is 4.1 notes. You will be able to create equations and graph absolute values. The equation is written as y equals a x minus h plus k. A is the slope or the rate of which the v will increase or decrease by. H and k are the vertex. So for number 2, I take out the vertex, which is at positive 1, down 1. I look at the slope, it goes up 1 over 1. So it's going up positive 1. So I do 1, x. As I plug this 1 in, it's going to become a negative 1. And then the minus 1 on the outside will stay the same sign. Example 3. I look at my vertex, it's over 2, 0. And my slope goes down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So it's a negative 1. In front, I do x minus 2 and a plus 0 on the outside. If you want to, you could also write it as negative absolute value x minus 2 with nothing on the outside. Example 4, I take the vertex out, 0 up 2. My slope is up 1, so it's a positive 1, x minus 0, and a plus 2 on the outside. Or I could write it y equals absolute value x plus 2 without the 0 on the inside. Example 5, I have over 4, 0 for the vertex. Then it's going down 1 over 1, so I have a negative 1 x. When I plug it in, it's a minus 4 plus 0. If I don't like that, I can write it as negative absolute value x minus 4 without the 0 on the end. Example 6, I take out my vertex, negative 1, 1. Then I check my slope, it goes down 2 this time over 1. So I have negative 2 absolute value x. When I plug this in, it changes to a positive 1, and this stays the same positive 1 on the outside. Over 1 up 3 for my vertex. It goes up 2, so it's a positive 2 in front. X, when I plug 1 in, it's a minus 1. I switch its sign. The positive 3 on the outside stays the same. My vertex is 0 down 2. It goes down 3 over 1. My x will be a minus 0 and then minus 2 on the outside. Or negative 3x minus 2 with nothing written inside because it's a 0. Negative 2 up 1 is my vertex. It goes up 3, so it's a positive 3. X, when I plug that negative 2 in, it becomes a positive 2. And then the positive 1 stays the same. Once you figure out the pattern for creating the equation, we are going to reverse it and try and graph it ourselves. So when I take my vertex out, I change the sign to a positive 1. The outside stays the same. Positive 1 down 3. My slope, this negative, means it will open down 1. So I go down 1 over 1, and then I go the opposite direction, down 1 over 1 to make a V. This one would be a negative 2. I change its sign. This 2 stays the same. And my V, because there's nothing in front, it's a +1, which means it will open up. I open up in both directions. And there's your graph. Example 12, change the sign on the first one, the second one stays the same. Because of this negative, my graph will open down. Change the sign to a positive, that stays the same. This means it will open down. Take out my vertex, +3, change the sign. This +3 on the outside stays the same. Then this means it will go up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. So my V is going to be much steeper. Take the vertex out, -2 down 3. This one will go down 3 over 1 in both directions. Take the vertex out. This one will go up 3. Take the vertex out. This one will also go up 3. And then if you want, you can continue the pattern up again if there's enough room on your graph to create the V. And that is how you graph absolute values.